What's up, you guys? So, right now I'm going to do a video about the watch that I usually wear. Now, uh, a YouTube user by the name of LiamMan89 sent, sorry, Ipsy. Um, his real name is Ken. He sent me an email and told me that he was really grateful about the bow tie videos that I posted, which was really nice of him. Uh, he asked me to do a video about the watch that I usually wear. Now, you guys probably see me wearing this watch. I wear it all the time. It is a Timex automatic watch. It's got the day and the date on it. And it is, the reason it's called an automatic, as you can see, it's uh, wound with, you can't really see it, but you can see it's quite a lot thicker than a modern watch. It's got a gyro in the back of it, which is sort of a half moon shape weighted gyro, like a pendulum on a clock, I guess you'd say, if you care to think about it that way. Essentially what happens is when you wear the watch, your watch is shaking around like this on your wrist and everything like that. You will hear little clicks and everything as the gyro spins around in the watch. The gyro is connected to a spring, or I'm sorry, to a clutch, which is connected to the spring that winds the watch, that powers the watch. The impulse, balance wheel, and things like that to make the watch run. Uh, there's three different types of watches nowadays. There is this watch, which is automatic, which is, like I said, with the gyro in the back. The nice thing about these kinds of watches is that uh, they won't ever overwind. You will never break the spring on one of these unless they're really, really, really old. You can't overwind an automatic watch because the clutch prevents the watch from overwinding and tightening the spring and snapping the spring mechanism in there. The second kind of watch is a wind-up watch that uses just the crown, which is this piece right here, and you just simply, the user, whoever's wearing it, has to wind the watch at least once a day to keep the watch moving. Problem with that is that they don't have clutches, so you could break the spring if you wind it too hard. You hear a nice snap, and of course, you know, your spring's broken, you got to get it fixed. Um, Generally not as accurate as quartz style watches, which use a quartz crystal and a battery in order to step a unit, a stepper movement, which you can see by the second hand. Those are highly, highly accurate. They're Japanese style movements. They're very accurate, but I don't generally like them. I used to have one, and I don't like it because these have, you can see the movement. It's a sweeping hand, and it's not technically a sweep. It's 8 beats per second, so it's going like that. I like these better. I don't know. It's just personal preference. I like things that are older. Speaking of old, this watch is a 1979 watch. And you can tell, I don't even know if I should even bother trying to show you. You might be able to see those numbers right on the bottom right there, in between the 6 position, where the number 6 would be. If you look at the numbers, if you're looking at the face of the watch, you're going to want to look at the set of numbers that is to the right of the 6, or the hash mark that denotes where 6 is. The last 2 numbers on any watch before, I want to say, the mid to late 90s, any watch, any Timex watch, I should say, will have 2 numbers at the very end of a long string of numbers. Those 2 numbers are the year that the watch was made. So that's how you know how old your watch is. I bought this watch on eBay 3 or 4 years ago, and it still works. I didn't do anything to the watch. I don't remember what I paid for it. It was not expensive at all. I mean, poor college student, I still bought a nice watch, and it still works. So, and this thing is super rugged. Like, I've hit like I said, I work in a shop. I've hit this on pretty much everything: wood, metal, glass, and it just doesn't quit. Like, you can bash it up against things and it won't break. I swear. Timex makes the best working man's watches in the world. I think that's really all that I was going to talk about. Oh, stretch band. If I can make a personal plug here, stretch band is the way to go. If you're a watch person, you like wearing watches. I've had watches that the leather bands, the buckles break, the leather is mostly glued together. Cheap Chinese glued together, they don't work. They're crap. I don't care for them. Uh, the biggest pain in the ass that I've ever had is getting out. I don't even remember what they're called, but they're these devices in here that actually hold the bands on and together. I don't know what they're called. They're basically plungers that you squeeze the ends of, and there's springs inside. You put them inside. Biggest waste of time ever. I hate doing it to change bands. Never had to change this. This came with a leather band. I changed it. I actually had my friend who works at JCPenney. This is a band from JCPenney. Really, really nice, uh, shiny silver band. Really cheap, and it works great. They they stay on. You can actually push it up on your arm, which I do sometimes if I'm working. You can shake your arm all you want, and it doesn't move around. Uh, I really would recommend the stretch band if you care for those kind of things. No, contrary to popular belief, they do not pinch your arm hair uh, nearly as much as the clasp style watches do, because I've had those before, and those are murder. Um, I think that's about all I have for this. Let me take one last look. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have about this watch. If I find other watches that I used to wear, I'll show you them, because some of them I had are really nice. Um, but I think that's about it. Oh, before I forget, the hair. I know some of you are going to ask about the hair. The hair is uh, Groom and Clean, right after I got out of the shower. Groom and Clean, damp hair, straight in, comb all your hair straight back, leave it. Come back in about an hour, run your comb through it one more time to leave it um, nice and fluffy, I guess is the technical term for it. And then, if you care to, go out, do whatever you're going to do. Then you can sleep if you want to. Sleep on it. That's how I get the David Tennant style hair. Of course, I don't look as good as David Tennant, but that's another matter altogether. Um, Let me know what you guys want to do, what you want me to do as far as more videos and things like that. I'm trying to change it up and do different things, different, in front of windows and other stuff like that. I made a video on how to do hair, and it just did not turn out right. I didn't really want to put it on YouTube because I did it in my bathroom on my webcam, and it's not particularly good. It's not a good video. It doesn't look good, and I figured that I might as well wait and get a decent camera, and then when I do, I will let you guys know, and I will put up another video. But other than that, I think that's all I have. If you guys want to see like vest videos or things like that, just let me know. But please do send me some more suggestions, because I'm pretty much out of ideas. Um, but other than that, we'll see you guys later, and have a good one. Keep it greasy.